I'm pretty sure I have a portal in my bedroom, but we can get to that later. But I've just had supernatural interactions my entire life, and I've never been close-minded to it. And even like my father would call me crazy, and no uncertain terms as a kid growing up. It was just like because I can see things doesn't mean I'm crazy. It just means I'm more in tune to the surroundings.
I agree. I heard that so often. Oh, you just have a vivid imagination. Oh, yeah, you're just maybe you stop watching TV or stop watching those
Right,
movies. It's just directing off in this a certain way or that. But
right.
okay, so let's go to that. Let's go to where it. Should we go where it all began, where it all
Yeah,
started?
I think it all
Okay.
started when I was about 12, and I feel like I was baptized in fire because I woke up one night to a demon attack. And it was one of those situations where there's no doubt in my mind it happened. I woke up on a waterbed. So it was an old 70s waterbed where it was like a sack of water on top of a plywood, right? And
Yes.
so I
Yeah.
was in my mom's room, and there was a closet full of mirrors. And I woke up because I thought the dog jumped on the bed. And as I'm waking up, I realized we don't have a dog. And so the room got really, really hot. And as I'm looking in the mirror, I feel something pin me down to the plywood. And it was at my shoulders and right in between, like right in the middle of my thighs. And it was like a man pinning me down to the board of the bed. And so when I opened my eyes, it was the size of a full grown man, but it was on fire. And there was no hair because he was, liquid lava, and he was a demon. And he was about 2 feet away from my face, and he just smiled at me, and even his teeth were fire, and it was just horrifying. So,
Extremely horrifying, especially
yeah,
12-year-old. That is like when you're saying baptism by fire, you're not lying.
yeah.
Now, when you were looking, you could see us directly, or were you looking
I
through a
looked
mirror?
at the mirror first because he had me pinned in such a way where I couldn't really move except for my head and maybe my shoulders. Um, but not even my shoulders because it was like I felt like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I could only move my hands, but I looked over because I didn't see what was on me. And in the mirror, I saw his full body. But then I kind of looked up and his face was right, maybe, 12, 14 inches from me. But then somehow I got my hands up and I just kind of pulled the cover up over my eyes and turned and cried and fell back to sleep. And then I felt him like jump off me, but I was out. But ever since then, I've had like thermostat regulation issues, like my hypothalamus is broken. So,
Really? Oh,
yeah, I don't know if
okay.
it was like that intense heat that caused me to have like heat illness issues later in life, but I have no temperature regulation now. So I overheat